It's about time to start the show, so let's get some music going here. I definitely want to hear from you today. Hi there, by the way. My name is Rusty Humphries, and we have a show for you. Before we get going, if you would please check in. Let me know who you are and where you're from. Are you a deplorable? I also want to know your thoughts, because we're going to get started pretty quick on the thoughts of Judge Roy Moore. He has done a press conference. We're going to get the take on this. And hey, Brian's got an interesting point. Look at right-wing news suggesting y'all protect a pedophile. Congratulations on becoming this. Is that the real story or not? We'll get to that in just a couple of minutes. But for right now, do me a favor, if you would please, share the video, let people know. And we are live. We're going to go live in just a couple seconds. I want the thumbs ups. We need the hearts. We need the shares. We need people to know who we are. So if you would please share the video. Let people know that we are out there and that this is a show that people need to see. All right, we got to do the official music open. Here we go.
Yeah, we don't want to do anything to scare your children. That's the last thing we want to do. That's a direct order. Do it now.
He's been put down, ripped off, cut open. Now, he's unleashed. Unleashed. The American insurgency starts now. This is Rusty Humphries, Rebellion Radio.
Well, hello, my brother from another mother. How you doing, my sister from another mister? My name's Rusty Humphries, and this is the Rusty Humphries Rebellion. We are powered by the great folks at Right Wing News. Also, the wonderful people that we really are hanging out with and really enjoy. It's the nice folks at Liberty One TV. And if you haven't checked them out yet, you really should. You can find them online. You can find them on Roku. And I would suggest you subscribe to them. They're good people. And they got a lot of great shows in there. And if you would go and check them out, I would appreciate it. And I think you'd be glad that you did. What else? Oh, also, tonight we are sponsored by the good folks at Wax RX. Wax on, wax off. If you've got nasty earwax, and it just happens. I mean, you can't control it. It happens to the best of us. Happens to me. And you can go to the doctor, spend hundreds of dollars. You could try those ear candles that don't really work. You could try a bunch of other stuff. Or try Wax RX, the pH conditioned earwash system that actually works. It's the same. You can clean your ears at home with a system like doctors use. Go to waxrx.com, and use my name, Rusty, R-U-S-T-Y, right there, Rusty, and use that in the code word, okay? And it'll be good for you. All right? Okay, let's do some check-ins, please. If you would check in, please. Let us know who you are, where you're deplorable from. I want to say hi, and then I want to play you some of this Judge Roy Moore news conference. He just did one a little while ago. We'll get his take and then get yours. Okay, Rhonda checking in from Fort Worth, Texas. How you doing, Rhonda? Good to see you. James wants to know, what do I think about Colin Kaepernick being Citizen of the Year? It just is hysterical. There's comedy. That's way funnier than anything Saturday Night Live's done lately. That's for sure. Connie's there. Jack is there. Michael is from Fredericksburg, Virginia. How you doing, Michael? John says, do I think the judge is under a malicious attack? We'll get to that in a second. Don't go too far ahead of me yet. I'm trying to get the show going here, my friend. Charlotte, North Carolina. That's where Ron is. Sean says the right shouldn't protect any wrongdoers and should attack the ones on the left. Michael is from Shermansdale, PA. Teresa is in Colorado. Tom says, hey, is a joke for you, Rusty. Judge Roy Moore, they're trying to convict without a trailer, any proof of any wrongdoing. Yeah, Tom, you got a long thing there, but you're on the right path, I think. I don't have time to read that long, but we'll talk about that in just a second. Leslie checking in. Hey, Leslie. Stephen Lakin. How you doing, Steve? Good to see you from Rossville, Georgia. Christy's from Talladega, Alabama. Hello, hello. Kirk is there. Let's go. Sharon's there. James is from California. Ron is there. If we see real evidence, that would change everything for me. Jason and Melody's there. Leslie is there from London. Hello, Leslie from London. How are you? Terrible impression. Absolutely awful. I'm sorry. John checking in from Oklahoma. Connie checking in from South Carolina. Alicia there. Deborah's there. Randy's there. Yo from Gilbert. Dennis and Tom and everybody else. Please keep checking in. Christopher's there and Deborah and Jamie. Okay. Here's the problem with all of this stuff, and many of you people are on this. Certainly, unfortunately, our elected officials are not on this wavelength. And that is, can't we wait till any kind of proof? I mean, we've got allegations. Yes, we have lots of allegations. Roy Moore, accuser, describes alleged encounter. I thought he was going to rape me. Okay, that's one, just came out. Now, you know it's always good when you see Gloria Allred. You know, always there's a problem. When Gloria Allred's there, always your stank detector needs to go off. She is not a very trustworthy person. She's been proven wrong far, far too many times, I think. But, okay. I'll give a good example. Now, I know there are a lot of Ted Cruz people out there, okay? And if you're a Ted Cruz fan, I apologize in advance, but I'm going to call him out on it. So we have allegations of Judge Roy Moore with all these terrible things. There were allegations, and there was a lot of smoke where that fire was, that Ted Cruz had numerous affairs before he ran for president. I actually know one of the people that was rumored to be one of his friends. I don't know if it's true or not, but if we're just going by allegations, should Ted Cruz not be out of the Senate? I mean, if we're just using allegations. Now, of course, we got Jeff Flake in there. We have all of the normal loser Republicans in there, right? Jeff Flake. I mean, if you said, hey, Rusty, or we got loser Republicans involved, can you give us the list without seeing? Can you guess? Sure. Jeff Flake, John McCain will probably be first always, because he's always the first loser. Lisa Murkowski, Susan Collins, all these people that are really in it for themselves, not really in it for the people. Right? These are selfish, I'll use evildoers. I don't like them one bit. They stank to high heaven. Now, Judge Roy Moore, I'll be honest. I know a lot of people have followed Judge Roy Moore and been really into it. I have not followed that one that much. I've heard the name. I've heard good things about him up until last week. I find it interesting. We're now, 20 days away from the election, and a guy who's been judge and district attorney and ran for office before and all these things never once came out until it looks like he actually might get into the Senate and might make a difference. Okay? But, I mean, an allegation is an allegation. I can accuse you of anything. The question is what do we... John McCain... I saw it, by the way. I heard John McCain got probed anally by aliens in Area 51. My cousin's next door neighbor's girlfriend saw it. She swears. And she swears John McCain loved it. And Lindsey Graham was there licking his chops because he was turned on. It was my cousin's next door neighbor's girlfriend. She swears by now. I never talked to her. But that was the rumor. And by the way, anything negative about John McCain in a rumor, I will gladly believe. Again, it's silly and ridiculous. Now, again, I don't know about Judge Roy Moore. And the other question I have is, and we talked about this before, it was a different time. I'm not saying what happened was right, but wasn't Priscilla Presley like 13 or 14 when Elvis started dating her? Leslie says, a lot of hot air. People deal in facts. I'm dealing in facts, Leslie. See, that's the thing. We have allegations now, just made up out of hot air, that are destroying people's lives. I can make up an allegation about you, Leslie. Not gonna. The John McCain thing, I'm pretty sure I heard. Christy says, isn't it a coincidence? Weeks away from election, triggered memories, almost 40 years old. It's insane, yes. Jason says, ugh, John McCain is so old, he comes out of the skeleton's closet. John McCain is so old. How old is he? He's so old, when he was born, the Dead Sea was still sick. But hey, thanks for coming. All right, let's take a look at the Judge Roy Moore news conference, and I'll let you make up your own mind and tell me what you think. I have not watched this. It's about 4-ish minutes, and let's watch it together and see what we think about what Judge Roy Moore said in the news conference tonight.
Okay, thank you all for being here tonight. I thank all the people in Gallant that have come at this late hour and for being here. I want to address what's been brought out on television today by Gloria Allred and a client that she has about things I allegedly did. I want to make it perfectly clear. The people of Alabama know me. They know my character. They know what I've stood for in the political world for over 40 years. And I can tell you without hesitation, this is absolutely false. I never did what she said I did. I don't even know the woman. I don't know anything about her. I don't even know where the restaurant is or was. And if you look at this situation, you'll see that because I'm 11 points ahead, or 10 or 11 points ahead, this race being just 28 days off, that this is a political maneuver and has nothing to do with reality. It's all about politics. I'd like to let my wife make a few statements.
I've been married to this man for 32 years. We've been together for 33 altogether. He has never one time lifted a finger to me. He is the most gentle, most kind man that I have ever known in my life. He's godly. He's loving, and everybody in this community knows it. These are our church members. These are our family. These are our friends. These are people that know him just like I do. These things are false, and it's ugly. It's the ugliest politics that I've ever been in my life.
Thank you.
Judge Moore, Beverly Young Nelson says she'll testify under oath. Will you do the same?
Judge, could you tell us, do you know any of the people that have accused us? Do you deny knowing any of them?
Okay.
Okay, you saw...
I guess that's the comment
So
there.
Judge Roy Moore now walking back into the volunteer fire station here in Gallant. We're in Etowah County in Gallant, where Roy Moore lives.
Yap. So you heard what he had to say. His wife is backing him. And again, he is ahead in the polls now. That could change. Joanne wants to know, who's paying for Gloria Allred, the ambulance chaser? Good question. Cheryl says, after 38 years, I doubt he's a womanizer. Leslie's clarifying. Leslie, I was talking about the accusations, Rusty. We need facts. Thank you, Leslie, for clarifying. I appreciate that. Now, we do know that one of the accusers is somebody that has been an interpreter for the Democrat Party, has done stuff with the Democrat Party, has done stuff with the former vice president, Joe, what's his face? Joe Biden. I blanked on his name. That's one of the ones, I love how Democrats all, Joe Biden, he's the best. Oh, Joe Biden. Joe Biden, please, I beg you, run that guy. He's an idiot. He really is an idiot. My favorite Joe Biden moment was he was debating Sarah Palin. And one of the big Joe Biden things was back in the day that when he was in the Senate, he would get on the train, he'd leave Washington, D.C., and he'd go back home because he wanted to be close to the people. And he told a story. Joe's good at telling stories. He told a story how every morning when he gets a chance, there's a diner down the street, and he likes to go to the diner, have a cup of coffee, talk with the people at the diner, get a real good feel of what the regular folks are thinking and feeling, and then he likes to take that information and go back to Washington and do the people's work. it was a heartfelt moment. And it was one that won him some points. There was just one problem with the story. Just one. Just one. Diner had been closed over 20 years. And he was talking like he'd been there last week. 20 years it had been closed. The other thing that I find fascinating, you've got to listen to the audio book called Hacks by Donna Brazile. I'm telling you, it is a lesson. It is amazing how corrupt Hillary Clinton and the Democrat Party is. I mean, we all knew it. But when we hear from Donna Brazile how horrible this party was and how awful, just plain awful, these people are and how much they'll do anything for power, man, we got to do everything we can to keep them away from power. Jason wants to know, wasn't Gloria involved with something similar with Herman Cain? Gloria is involved with something against anybody. Although I did not see her with a lot of those women that were accusing Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton got a pass. Democrats always get a pass. I mean, always. They circle the wagons. John Edwards, when he had his love child, they circled the wagons. Al Gore did naughty things with a masseuse at a hotel in Portland, Oregon. Circled the wagons. I mean, how many times did Bill and Hillary Clinton do something? They circle the wagons, and we got Menendez, a senator in New Jersey, fighting for his political life as we speak. And no one's talking about it. Serious corruption. Serious corruption about that billionaire who flew a lot of celebrities, including Bill Clinton, 40-something times to an island where they all just sexed it up. That plane they called, whenever Bill got on it, Air F Word 1, they used to call that. According to the stuff I've heard, and that's not an allegation, it says that is definitely one I've heard. All right, so I want to, again, the question is, yeah, Jason's, of course Dems get a pass, but remember, Sessions been quiet for a reason, has he? Carr says there's videos going around where Biden's touching little girls and in women's faces. It looks bad for him. Biden's very handsy, very touchy, and the Democrats go, oh, that old Joe, he's just out there doing fun, just being handsy and good with that retail politics. No, Joe got a problem. And it will blow up in their face. So I can't wait till crazy Uncle Joe runs for office again. Jerry says Judge Moore appears adamant that he is clean. Both he and his wife are convincing, in my opinion. Joe Biden, Herbert Walker Bush, Hollywood, the others have either said it was true or apologized for their actions. I have yet to hear any such confessions coming from Judge Moore. Jan says, hi, Rusty, I love you, even if you don't know what good barbecue is. Thank you. What I'm really disappointed in, but unfortunately I'm no longer shocked, that the Republican Party isn't backing this guy. And the Democrats are going to go, just like that guy early on, yeah, you guys are defending a pedophile. No. We're defending a man who's been accused, who's not had his day in court. We're defending a man from the possibility of being lied about. We are standing up for innocent until proven guilty. Now, I know the Democrats and the legal system today are all guilty until proven innocent, unless, of course, it's them. I don't even like what's happening in Hollywood right now. All of these accusations, all of these, George Takei, oh my, now he's touched somebody. Everybody in Hollywood's touched somebody. I'm not saying that they haven't, but I'm also not saying that the idea that we can ruin people's lives without any proof. it just doesn't seem right. It doesn't seem right. It isn't right. I don't even like the way they've destroyed Harvey Weinstein. I can't stand that guy. Or Kevin Spacey. If it's just allegations now, I promise it will not end with just sex stuff. Now, the other thing that's going to be coming soon, I'm hearing from Hollywood, is what they call the gay mafia. And again, this is what I've heard, but that there are going to be a lot of allegations against gay folks. And we'll see. In this, we're talking in Hollywood. But it's just allegation after allegation. It's just people, I don't like this guy, so I'm going to accuse him of something. I don't like that woman, I'm going to accuse her of something. And now it's just all of these arrows being pointed. I remember in the 90s where the magic bullet was in the workplace. And again, please, first, let me just say that there are absolutely cases of sexual harassment. There are absolutely cases of rape and all of those horrible things. They do happen. Don't get me wrong. The problem is that in the 90s, it was a magic bullet. If you were a woman and you wanted to take a guy out, you accused him of sexual harassment, he was gone. His career was toast. And you didn't really have to prove a lot. Then it became you had to prove more, which I think is the right thing. Now we're back to any allegation, that's a conviction, and your career is done. Guys, it's not right whether it's on the left or the right, Hollywood, politics, Republican, Democrat, communist, I don't care who it is. It's not right. We can't just go around accusing people and just saying, okay, well, that's it. Now, these allegations against Judge Moore are very serious. But again, we're talking about 30, 40 years ago. Connie, why wait 39 years to tell the truth? Now, I've talked to women who have been raped or have had this harassment. You do get scared, from what I've been told. Somebody in power, if he was the district attorney, how do you go after the district attorney? If you're a young woman, or if you're an adult and you're in the workplace and it's your boss, how do you prove it? The concern I have, and I would hope the concern of any thinking American, is that if it can happen to Judge Moore or Kevin Spacey, whose career's been ruined, or even Harvey the Slimeball Weinstein, who everybody knew. But if the allegation can destroy you without any proof, well, Weinstein has proof. There's proof against that guy. But if any allegation can be leveled against you, who's to stop somebody from ruining your life? And we have to, on our part, not just take somebody's allegation for gospel. Let's play their rules. They say, Gloria touched me inappropriately one time as I was traveling through Southern California. Darren says they all have better lawyers than you or me. Yeah. Casey says, this is why we cannot have good people in office. Too many will not put their families through the BS. Yep. Christy says, you don't wait that long. He's been high in public office for as long as he has. Why wait this long? It makes no sense. Well, see, that's the thing with me. It does make sense if you're trying to destroy him, why you would throw stuff out like this late in the game. And that really bothers me. Another thing that bothers me, is that conservative voices are being silenced. And especially on social media, where we don't own the platforms, and at a whim of an algorithm, something can change, and then all of a sudden I disappear from your computer screen. Already it has been devastating in the past few months what has happened, where they're just squeezing the amount of people that are able to find this broadcast. My opinion is wrong. Now, how do we get around that? I found an app that I've been using. It is not as, what's the word? Intense as Facebook. It's kind of like Twitter, but it's audio. It's called Hear Me Out. It's called the Hear Me Out app. And I use it 2 or 3 times a day, every day. And I'd like to ask you to please follow me on the Hear Me Out app. You just go to your Apple store or whatever, and you see it's the megaphone. Looks like the megaphone right there, right? And all you do is download that and then look for me, Rusty Humphries. And when I pop up, make sure you follow me. And when I pop up, you'll hear my stuff. And it is a good way. Now, I've talked to the people who own this app, and they have no intention at all of silencing our voices. So please find the Hear Me Out app. Would you please? Hear Me Out. Find the Hear Me Out app. And follow me, Rusty Humphries. And it's a little bit fun. I do a little bit sillier. It's a little bit more fun. It's new. And a lot of the stuff is like, kids rapping and stuff. But I'm going to start making fun of them. It'll be funny. So please follow me. Hear Me Out app. It's free. It won't cost you anything. And find me there if you would, please. Bob says, give all these women a polygraph test, not a script to read. Very good. Randy said, never heard of the Hear Me Out app. I'm going to check it out. Please do, Randy. Jack says, hey, Rusty, will you follow me on the Hear Me Out app? I will, Jack. I will try to find you, and I will follow you a little bit later on. Okay? Gordon says, just like Bill Cosby. Sandra says, we need more God. People say he should take a lie detector test. They're making the charges. They should take the test. I told you this before. I had to take a lie detector test one time. And I promise you, I didn't lie. Statute of limitations is over, and nothing happened. It was an awful radio stunt that went bad years ago. But I failed the first one. The color of your shirt is black. True or false? True. You a liar. Liar. Polo shirt doesn't really work with the jacket. Sorry. Anyway, yeah, it's a polygraph test. I lie detector test. I don't believe them. I wish they worked better, but they don't. They just don't. What else is going on in the news? It was one of those days. Trump's starting to get a little bit of credit. Jeff Sessions considering a second special counsel to investigate the Clintons. About time, Jeff Sessions. Where the hell you been? Because Trump hurt your feelings a couple of months ago? You're not doing your job? Come on. Pull your head out. Republican leaders threatened to expel Judge Roy Moore if he wins the Alabama race. On Monday, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell said that he believes that they'll just get rid of Roy Moore. If he gets in, too bad. Too bad what the people have to say. We don't care. Let's just get rid of him. Called on Moore to withdraw from the race. Senator Cory Gardner, Republican of Colorado, says the Senate should vote to expel Moore if he's elected by the Alabama voters. I believe the women, McConnell told reporters in Kentucky. I think he should step aside. Haven't there been allegations about McConnell? If not, let's make some up. It's too easy. 4 women told the Washington Post, blah, blah, blah. Another woman stepped, again, don't get me wrong. I am not discounting women for what they say. I am discounting women who come out 20 days before an election. Now, why was the media not all over Bill Clinton? You know, Juanita Broaddrick and Paula Jones and all those stories. When Hillary was running for president, they kind of ignored them. Remember that? That was not a big story. Let's just ignore that. Those are serious allegations. I don't know. You know, it's not even a story I want to talk about. But it's just sad. It's just sad that we have turned into a country that doesn't matter what is said. Let's just go ahead and just believe it. Just believe it. Doesn't matter how awful it is. By the way, good news, everybody. Mattel has announced a new Barbie, Hijabi Muhammad doll, the first Barbie to wear the hijab. Okay. Hey, if they think they can make a profit on it, I guess go ahead. Let's see. What the what? Terry just joined us in. Terry, how you doing? Rock on, Terry. Leslie says, hypocrites. Washington Post, enough said. I agree with Jackie. Jackie says this. There is an enemy within. They are dividing and weakening this country. Obama is still in power within the shadows, right along with Hillary. Randy is very interesting. Randy says, I'd love to see a polygraph do squat with somebody who has generalized anxiety disorder. That would be interesting too, huh? Let's see. Yep, it's about time, Sessions. Rusty, look up how many sex trafficking rings he's busted. 9 months, it's a lot. Good prosecutor doesn't forecast details publicly. Good. Owen says reporters didn't want to die for talking bad about Hillary. All right, my friends. There's a lot in the news. And there's a lot of places where you can get it. But there's not a lot of places where you can really be involved. I don't have to do 2 hours or 3 hours every day. I just want to come and talk about the issues that are happening and that are important right now. And we get down to the nitty gritty and talk about what's real. We don't allow the mainstream media to spin it, to lie. And so I'd like to ask you to do me a favor. Because these social media giants are not helping. And the only way we can go around them is to beat them at their own game. And we beat them at their own game by you sharing the video right now. Oh, I don't have to do it. Other people can do it. No, you have to do it too. And the hearts and the thumbs ups and whatever, you gotta hit it. And over and over and over again. Over and over and over again. You've got to do the engagement. You have to be involved. Because if you're not involved, these social media companies think, well, nobody's involved and we don't have to push this out to anybody. We're going to make it harder on them. And they've done a really good job. And to me, it's lying by omission is what they're doing. They're lying by omission. They're not allowing the people to see the truth because they don't allow the people to see the truth. And if they don't allow the people to see the truth, well, then by gosh, it doesn't have to be heard. Something that should be heard, though. Probiogen. It is a pretty box. It is. It's a pretty box. But what's inside's even better. We've heard of probiotics. Probiotics is, your stomach, your gut has bad germs in there, and you want to put some good germs in there, and the probiotics puts the good ones in, okay? But what they found out at a breakthrough at Oxford University is that some of that bad stuff in your stomach can make you anxious or stressed or even sad. And so this isn't fake news. This is real. Probiogen Stress and Mood Balance Probiotic. which is what this is. It's specially formulated to help improve your mood. And right now, I feel like I should just take the whole bottle. Just chug it down. I want this mood improved. Probably not the best idea ever. But follow the directions. Okay? Because Probiogen uses the right probiotics, the right herbs, the right minerals that will influence the release of those neurotransmitters that you need to help improve your ability to cope with stress and anxious situations. So if you're feeling stressed, if you're feeling sad, if you're feeling anxious, Probiogen Stress and Mood Balance Probiotic. It is available at Walgreens and at Harmon stores and online, probiogen.com. Do me, and most importantly, do yourself and your loved ones a favor and get Probiogen Stress and Mood Balance Probiotic. It's in the supplement aisle, in the pink and green box, or go to probiogen.com. Okay? Just take a whole, chug this. I want to chug this like John Belushi in Animal House when they found that one bottle of Jack Daniels. And he just chug it down. Now, see, you wouldn't get Shepard Smith doing that, right? That's not something that the guys on Fox News and on CNN do not try to chug Probiogen to make them feel better. Christy says probiotics are amazing. They are. Peggy loves her probiotics. Raleigh says, "What up, Rusty? What up, Raleigh? How you doing?" Owen shared it. Thank you. Leslie says it's been happening a long time in America. Censorship. There is censorship going on. You are a part of it, and you can beat it. You can help defeat censorship. You yourself can do it. Please do. Please help by sharing this video. Mike says, the Clintons always say I was cleared, but not once have I heard them say I didn't do it, except for the old Billy boy when he said, I did not have sex relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. Fred is live from Jacksonville, Florida. Jerry says, it's sad the American people have to pressure and convince Sessions to do his job. Doesn't Sessions possess a law degree and a conscience? What is he afraid of? Total disappointment. I agree. I agree. James shared the video. James, you rock. Thank you, James. James rocks. James rocks. All right, James. Any? Okay. Share the video right now. I'm going to give you a minute. And then I want you to type your name and say shared. And I'm going to give you a shout out right now because you are cool. If you share the video, you're cool. So you've got just a moment. I want to give you a little love. I want to give you a little sugar, okay? A little sugar. But you got to share it. Got to share. Share so I can give you sugar. Sugar for a share. Okay. See, Sue, love you. Thank you, Sue. Sugar. Jack, love you. Sugar. And I mean that in a completely heterosexual way, Jack. Just saying. Sue says, my question tonight, why are all these women coming forward after 30 years going after the judge? Even if he asks the same question today in an interview, are the libs so desperate to make him look bad that they will do anything to make him look bad? This last one, he groped her and forced her head into his lap. I'm sorry, but if some grown man had done that to me at age 16, I would have told my parents as soon as I walked in the door and let the chips fall where they may. It's sickening. Thank you, Sue. Fred says, you rock, brother. Christy likes my impression. Hey, Christy, how you doing? Bill Clinton here. Let me just, why don't you dance for me just a little bit? Would you do that for me, please? Maybe you call me daddy or something. I don't know. All right. Let me get a little sugar. Sue has got sugar. Jack got sugar. Mike gets sugar. Mike, thank you, sugar. Kevin gets sugar. Darren gets sugar. Thank you. Fred gets sugar. Deborah gets sugar. Christy gets sugar. Jason gets sugar. Yes. Sue, sugar. Yes. Patricia, sugar. Melody gets sugar. More probiogen. More probiogen. I wonder if it has anything to do with me having 2 or 3 of these rock stars today. Maybe. John, I done it, he says. Thank you, John. Christy shared it, invited friends. Judy shared it. Warren has shared it. Thank you. Tina shared it. T. Wayne shared it. And Christy, thanks again. All right, that's about it for me. Why? That's a lot of sugar. Someone getting diabetes. Thank you, Jason. Why am I done? Why do you want me to force it for 3 hours a day every day? You know? You don't need that. You don't need me to sit here and just make stuff up just to fill time. No, I talk about what's interesting. I let you comment. I let you be a part of the show, and then we move on. We share the video. We let people know, hey, this is a good show. Learn a little something, and then you move on. That's it. Yes, it's an energy drink, Leslie. Do me a favor. Would you please support the sponsors? Probiogen. Help your mood, and it's a great probiotic. Wax RX. Now you can clean your ears at home with a system like doctors use. Use my name, Rusty. Arlie says if I'm going to impersonate Bill Clinton, you have to have a cigar. Oh, I got me a cigar, Arlie. How you doing, brother? I got a cigar. Anyway, waxrx.com, and clean out your ears. It's safe and it's effective. It just works, and it doesn't cost you $1 million. It's just, it'll save you a lot of money too, and I have it, and it works great for me. Thank you very much. The nice folks at Liberty One TV. If you're following them, you should subscribe to them. If you haven't found them, go online and go to Liberty One TV, and you'll find them. Oh, and my Hear Me Out app. I have a lot of fun with that. Hear Me Out app. Just go to your favorite store, the App Store, or whatever you guys do on Android, and just get the Hear Me Out app. And then I say stupid things a couple times a day, and it's fun, and doesn't cost you anything. And yeah, I'll follow you. Say, hey, Rusty, follow me. I'll follow you. Brian says, so do you just sit and give sugar for the whole show? I'm glad I didn't tune in soon. No, Brian, you missed the whole show. You missed the whole show. I talked about Judge Roy Moore and everybody that's... It doesn't matter. I can't make people happy. You can't make them happy. Don't forget Chuck. Oh, yeah, Chuck Woolery and the great show with Mark Young. Blunt Force Truth. You can find that on iTunes and Stitcher along with my podcast, too. That's it. May God bless you, and may God bless America. Thank you so much for hanging out. My name is Rusty Humphries, and this is the Rusty Humphries Rebellion.